Good evening, beautiful souls. Have you ever been called a weirdo? I have. And for a very long time, ever since I was a kid, I think, when someone would call me weird, I would just take it as a compliment and say, thank you. And I think I was doing that intuitively because I wanted to own who I was. I didn't want to take anyone else's projections of me upon myself, and because I thought that normal was boring. And I've recently discovered the old German etymology of the word weird. It's pretty much my favorite thing ever. We know how we define it now, like someone who is unusual, strange, not the norm, all of those things. But the etymology of the word, the root of it, comes from the old German that means the one who controls fate. The one who controls fate. To me, that sounds a whole lot like conscious creators. People who have the capacity to magically co-create the world that we exist in. And so, keeping that in mind, when someone calls you weird, you can say thank you, because you know that they are actually feeling the energy of your power, and that kind of freaks them out a little bit. So there was in the ancient myths, the weird sisters, who were the sisters of fate, who were controlling destiny. They were, basically witches in Macbeth, right? The weird sisters. They were magical. They were powerful co-creators of reality. They could manipulate the existence that they were in simply by their force of will and maybe with their incantations and their spells. So how awesome is that? We here, the people who are following me, people that are listening to me, you guys know you have magic inside you. You know that you are here to create change. You know that you are powerful. So the next time somebody is like, that's really weird, you can say, I know, thank you for noticing. Whether or not you expand upon how empowering it is to be a conscious creator of your reality or not, you can leave some mystery, or you can educate them about what it means to be weird. Isn't it always the misfits, the weirdos, the people on the fringes and edges of society, the artists, the poets, the activists, the inventors, the weird ones, who don't quite fit in, that bring through the new ideas, that moves society, culture, fate forward, that bring through new ideas, that bring through new technologies, that are bringing through revolutionary ideas. They're the weirdos. So if you are a weirdo, like me, you're in great company, because all of the change makers, the visionaries, the people who are moving the collective forward and supporting the evolution of humanity, they've been called weird before, right? They've been accused of doing weird things because they don't fit in. We don't fit in if we're weird. And that's probably a good thing, because as some Facebook meme told me one day, and I just love this quote so much, if you don't fit in to this world, it's because you were here to create a new one. So obviously, if you just fit in perfectly, if you were just that puzzle piece that locked in and with everybody else, you wouldn't be able to move things forward with your revolutionary new ideas and new ways of being. So own your weird, my friends. Say thank you when somebody says that's weird, and enjoy it. It's time to let the freak flag fly and use all of that weirdness to summon the other weirdos and let them know who you are so they can find you and so that we can co-create together. That's what I do all over my social media accounts, on my Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, but I'm not really there. I like to share my weirdest parts because those things that some people find really weird about me, the light language, the dance, the spirituality, the talking with, Gaia, with working with the elements, all of that like really woo and weird stuff that doesn't fit into what a lot of people would consider normal. That's the stuff that my besties, my soul family, that's the stuff they love me for. So I bet those weird things about you are the things that magnetize and draw people, your people, to you. They're the things that people find the most wonderful, magical, unique, and inspiring about you as well. So when we own our weirdness, when we own those things that make us the revolutionaries, the visionaries, the change makers, the artists, we're owning our magic. We're owning our power to control fate and destiny and to steer this beautiful ship that we are all on together forward into new places, in new heights. So, beautiful ones. Let us continue to express all of that wacky, weird, and wonderful stuff in us, because remember, it means that you are in control of the fates and of the destiny, and that you are a conscious creator of your reality. I love you. You're amazing. Keep letting that freak flag fly. Everybody's like, yeah, let the freak flag fly. Back to the 60s. Which, I wasn't around for that, but when that counterculture came through, it moved the zeitgeist forward, right? It changed the collective consciousness. And we're in that same kind of revolutionary time right now. So, Jennifer, you found home last night? Amazing. I can't wait to hear more about that. Beautiful weirdos. I love you so much. If you are not already registered for the Elemental Prosperity Masterclass that begins tomorrow, make sure you do that, because we're going to get weird. We are going to get really weird. We're going to talk to Gaia. We're going to talk to the elements. We're going to receive downloads and codes and activations for a next level of expansion into abundance and prosperity and alignment with the earth. It's going to be weird and it's going to be wonderful. So that's happening tomorrow night inside the private Facebook group. I'll put the link to register. If you haven't joined yet, you definitely have time. We start at 6 p.m. Mountain Time tomorrow, but there are replays for those beautiful people who are all across the globe, or if that time doesn't work for you. But I would love to invite you to come play in that energy. I know most of you are already in there that are watching live, but if you're watching on the replay, I'm going to throw that link in. Join us for the masterclass if you are ready to get weird and wonderful and connected with all the other beautiful change-making visionary teachers, coaches, light workers, earth angels, starseed, change-making weirdos who are in control of their own fate and destiny. Have a beautiful night, my beautiful friends, my weird, wonderful, wacky, beautiful, visionary creators. I'll see you soon.